Welcome back, Troglodytes, to another episode of Trogly's Guitars. Today is a story time. I had a 2001 Gibson Les Paul 1957 reissue stolen/lost from me. We'll go back here and lay out the whole story for you so you guys can kind of understand what happened here. I was contacted on Reverb about somebody who was interested in my 1957 Goldtop reissue. He didn't have the money for it, but he wanted to do a partial trade. Now, I've made a video of this guitar. I actually believe I did a tone comparison video with it as well. Now, I'm not real huge on doing trades because I love to give people the most money for their guitar, and the way I can do that is telling them to sell it themselves and giving them some selling tips. However, if you're looking for an easy, quick, convenient way just to, get into another guitar, then I do take in trades occasionally, and this is one of those times. I had traded this Goldtop for the 2017 Les Paul Standard that I had featured on my channel. That was the guitar that I wasn't a huge fan of it. It had a lot of weight relief. I believe they call it the ultra modern weight relief. I don't know. I think it just made the guitar sound a little bit too much like a semi-hollow. I don't know. It was a little bit bright for my tastes, to say the least. So I took that one in to help the guy out. The way I do trades is, since I'm generally the more reputable of the two, I have a YouTube channel. I have a lot of sources backing up that I'm a straight guy here. No issues here with me. So I have them send the guitar to me, and then I send an invoice for the remaining amount. So the man who traded me this guitar, he sent him in, he paid the invoice, everything was good, and I was in a real hurry to get this one out to him because I really do like to please my customers. I always say up to a 24-hour wait, I need to check in the guitar, make sure everything's good. But really, I'm thinking, okay, I need to get this thing out as soon as possible. So right when his 2017 Standard got here, I just plugged it in. And once it was right, it's like, okay, I'm going to go pack this Goldtop up. So I packed it up my normal way, and I actually drove this one to the UPS drop-off site. Most of my UPS shipments, I just run uptown here in Bryan, where I'm located. And it's kind of like an authorized drop-off spot where the pickup's usually at 3. But since we were after that point, I can drive about an hour round trip to get it to the actual UPS drop-off spot, because they are open from 5 to 7 in the evening. So I went ahead and did that for this guy, because it's like, okay, I really am happy with the guitar. I'm happy with the trade. Let's get it to him as soon as humanly possible. So I pack it up really quickly. I take my family. We take a trip up to Defiance, Ohio, is where their UPS drop-off spot is located. And I drop it off. Now, with UPS shipments, when they're insured for a certain value, you have to get a signature on a piece of paper, and you have to keep that paper or they will deny any type of claim you want to make. So I had them sign the paper. We were all good. I believe I was shipping it on a Monday. It was supposed to arrive on a Wednesday. So after I dropped it off there, I was like, okay, good. I let the guy know, hey, I ran up, dropped it off. You should have it, in 2 days. Which is a day or two sooner than I was originally telling him. So he was very happy with that. Usually I don't track orders too much. Usually a buyer will let me know if there was an issue, or they'll send me a nice little message saying, wow, this guitar is great when they get it. But I didn't get that on this deal. There was a little bit of a haggling over $100 at the end of the deal. So what I told him was pay the bulk amount up front, and the last $100, just send it over once you have the guitar and you're happy with it. So I was kind of worried that this guy was just not wanting to send the rest of the money. And it's like, well, okay, I get scammed out of $100. No big deal. But later on in the week on Friday, I get a message from him saying it hasn't arrived yet. And he had called UPS and they started an investigation. At that point, I was like, great, that's just fantastic. A guitar has gone missing. Now, UPS was pretty backed up. they've had a few things late, and this is going to the New York area. I believe there's news stories of how backed up they currently are. So I was kind of hopeful that they would find it, but they went through the investigation, they went through the claim, and they never found this guitar. Now, to share a little bit more background information, I have dealt with this before, where a guitar gets stolen from UPS while it's in their possession. Now, I was on the receiving end of this one. It was with a Heritage 80 Les Paul, one of those really nice, very early 59 styled reissues. And I was super ecstatic to get that guitar because I had gotten a really good deal on it, and I was wanting to share it with everybody. This was a few years ago. However, that guitar never made it. Unfortunately, the sender did not insure the guitar, and he was out the guitar and he was out the money. However, usually stolen guitars will surface, so I told that guy, get a police report. Get a police report. And sure enough, 6 months later, I found it for sale on eBay by like some liquidators thing. So I don't know if UPS found it or if somebody stole it and just dumped it off for cheap, but it was on there and I was able to help him get his Heritage 80 back. So it was a happy story at the end of that one. Well, for the most part, because I was really hoping he would honor the sale and sell the guitar to me for the agreed upon price previously, but no, he just wanted his guitar back. So this guitar, this is the 2001 Gibson Les Paul Standard 57 reissue LPR7. Serial number 71162. So this guitar is now missing. Luckily, I did get insurance on it. UPS isn't being shoddy or anything. So far, it seems like the claim is going through. And I'm getting another Goldtop for the seller. So I'm not necessarily out anything, but something else I wanted to share is I'm not able to get a police report for this guitar for some reason. I've called the 3 different area police departments, and the last time that UPS saw this guitar was in the Maumee, Ohio area. And despite the other 2 police departments, my local one and the Toledo one, they told me that I should be able to get a police report no problem. But then I talked to the Maumee one. They want nothing to do with it. They won't do anything over the phone. They won't give me a police report. They say just lawyer up and sue UPS for it. It's like, well, that's not what I was wanting. I just wanted to report that a guitar was stolen, and hopefully I could recover it one day. But that's not looking so grand. So this is just kind of a video talking about this experience to warn you, definitely insure your stuff when you ship it. Now, you can also do the philosophy if you're a dealer kind of like me, where most of the times shipments don't go wrong like this. You can just, save back $25, $30 every shipment. And after 100 guitars, if one of them goes missing, well, you just kind of take it out of that fund. But if you're just, a trader, or you're just wheeling and dealing with a few, definitely insure your stuff. I pack my guitars extremely well. I do not insure because I'm scared a guitar will get damaged. I'm scared that somebody is going to steal it from, USPS, UPS, or FedEx, or some guy's going to run a forklift through it. That's the reason why I insure stuff. Now, this is the second time a guitar has gone missing through UPS, so do I kind of have a little bit of mistrust with them? Yeah, but, they weren't fighting me too much on this claim. They just asked for documentation, verifying the guitar's value. So it seems like I'm going to get my payout. I would still ship with UPS. I'm still going to keep shipping with them. I kind of like how they have guaranteed delivery dates, whereas I used to ship with USPS a lot, but they're a lot more expensive, and I found they're not quite as fast unless you're trying to go cross country. So, Troglodytes, I hope you enjoyed this story, and we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.